We are back with another Courtside Comparisons presented by NerdWallet with a new 76er, Quentin Grimes, making his Courtside Comparisons debut. Quentin, Q dot,
Yeah.
those are your nicknames, obviously. Anybody call you Quentin? Just family?
Just my mom. You know what I mean? Whenever she's mad at me or something like that, she'll call me Quentin for sure.
How are you doing? How has the adjustment to Philly been so far?
It's been good, you know what I mean? I feel like the team, I knew a few of the guys, Kelly, EG, Tyrese, I knew most of the guys already, so they made it a pretty seamless, easy transition for me once I got here for sure.
We are going to get into some of the Texas connections on this Philadelphia 76ers team down the stretch of the 24-25 season. We'll also, as we always do on this show, if you've missed past episodes, most recently with Jared McCain, we'll do a film breakdown. Now, with him missing games, we did like him ringing the pregame bell as part of the film breakdown on the last episode for anyone who missed that. But we have some of your highlights from your first few games as a Sixer. You're averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds a game so far with the 76ers. Some of my introduction to you over the years has been over TikTok, and I'm sure people out there as well, like maybe the YouTube audience, some people follow you on different platforms.
Yeah.
And you're known for posting fit checks.
Yeah.
And one of them is the trend with like, let's go get some coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what's your go-to coffee order? Because one time you said, I actually did get coffee this time. Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, my go-to coffee order really just like a double shot of espresso sometimes. I just go there, just a quick little pick-me-up. Might do a iced vanilla latte if I'm feeling like something sweeter on the sweeter side, but I just like a double shot of espresso, really.
On game days too?
Yeah, not too much on game days because it kind of gets me too little hype, but just on a regular day when I need a little pick-me-up, I just get a couple of espresso shots.
It might have been the play-in, but there was a game last season where it started at like 8:30 local time. There's actually one coming up. It probably won't have happened yet by the time people are seeing this, but against the Warriors, that's an 8:30 start local time in Philly. And Cam Payne, when he was on the team, he was like, I know one thing at shoot-around that morning. I'm going to have a coffee today.
Exactly. I know we had a lot of those in Dallas because, like, you're on Central Time Zone, so, like, ESPN game, it got to be at 8:30. So I was like, man, it's tough. We can't get enough for those games, but it is fun, though.
When it comes to the fit checks, you are a fashionable person, and you've done Fashion Week. Was it just Milan Fashion Week once, or was it twice? I saw 2022. Have you gone multiple years?
I haven't gone multiple years, but I definitely did it that year with Armani. Went to the fashion show with them. They styled me and everything, had to deal with them. So it was definitely an unforgettable experience for sure.
How many different looks did you have for that?
I had I think I was there for 3 days, so 3 different looks. We had like a dinner, the fashion show, and then like that night dinner at the house. So I had 3 different looks for sure.
Have you talked to Kelly Oubre about fashion shows yet?
Nah, not yet, but I've seen him every pregame. He's probably one of the most best dressed guys on the team, so we'll definitely be having some conversations about that.
He's gone to some. I don't know exactly where, but
oh really? Okay, yeah, we'll definitely
among the few NBA players that have done it before.
Definitely have to have a conversation about that for sure.
And he's someone who moved to Texas growing up, and you are from the Houston area. Tyrese Maxey being from Garland is one of the many Texas state connections on this team. There's also the University of Kansas stuff with Kelly and Joel, so there's a lot of synergy with that stuff. But with Maxey in particular, you've mentioned it, he mentioned it recently, the Team USA 2018. That was your fun fact when you were introduced on our social channels, was that you've won a gold medal with Tyrese Maxey. It was the U18 Team USA team in the year 2018. Yeah. So you beat Canada in Canada. Who else was on that U.S. team?
It was me, Tyrese, Kobe White, Cole Anthony, Armando Bacot, a couple other guys. We had a really solid team, really good group. Anything, we play with Team USA, you have we were each other for 3 weeks straight, in Colorado for 2 weeks, 2-a-days. So we really got to know each other really well with a lot of guys on that trip for sure.
A lot of guys on the team, but you were the MVP.
Yeah.
So you averaged around 15. It's a handful of games. Tyrese averaged double figures too, but he got hurt down the stretch of the FIBA tournament. What was he like at that time as a player, as a teammate? What was that version of Tyrese Maxey?
Really the same version I see him as here. He just, full of life, good energy guy, plays downhill, plays fast, plays the right way. So what y'all see him now is just an even better version of what he was back then, and it's good to see him doing his thing for sure in the NBA.
I wasn't sure of everyone's role, but after a recent practice, he was like, yeah, Q and I, we were both starters on that team, so both played a key role in beating Canada. 6-0 record for that version of of Team USA. Super cool. And Maxey now and your new Sixers teammates, they're really encouraging you to be aggressive, take shots. What has the basketball transition to the Sixers been like for you?
It's been great, like you said, having that connection with those guys previously made it easier when I'm on the court with them, and for them just telling me to be aggressive, shoot the open shots, just keep staying in attack mode. Even the coaches telling me don't turn down any shots, stay aggressive. So when you have the coaches and players being that all in on you, just being so early on once I got here, it's been one of the best experiences for sure.
One thing we were actually talking with our staff about, like on the business side, of just about the burst that you have on the floor. We're going to see some threes here in the highlights, including your first basket as a 76er. You had scored at the line against Detroit and then in front of the bench. But the burst that you kind of go through the lane with has been notable. And I know you being more than a 3-and-D player is something that you take pride in. But what was the first basket in the red Sixers uniform like for you?
Yeah, I believe it was this three ball that we're watching or coming up. Kyle hit me with a great shot, and I was able to hand down, man down kind of a thing. I saw the release on him, and I was like, yeah, this is going up. You know what I mean? When you don't know the plays, you try to be aggressive and get to your spot. So it was good for sure getting the first one to see go down.
And your own bench was hyping you up a little bit?
Exactly.
As opposed to trash talk. Yeah. So more than a 3-and-D wing, this one you were hyped up after. Take us through it on the drive.
Yeah, it was one of the guys tried to jump the pass a little too early and just drive in the lane. It was open, contact, finish, and then I'm a little hype. I think I should have got an and-one on it, but we'll let it slide.
Some nifty ball handling on display here, and then with that burst and the slashing and your defense, where do you think you've grown the most as an NBA player outside of shooting?
I think just getting comfortable just with the ball at all times, whether it's me coming off, making a play, or shooting a pull-up three for myself, or just getting in the lane and just hitting the open guy. So I feel like just every year I feel like I've gotten a lot more comfortable with just bringing the ball up, getting us into something, or me just being in attack mode, really.
We've seen a couple of blocked shots already from you early in your Sixers time, including in the Milwaukee game. What I kind of noticed is like your peripheral vision here. What were you seeing on this play defensively?
You're just watching where the guy is. See, Gary Trent Jr. kind of had a lane, and you kind of got to pull an emergency switch on that, just come over, full rotate, and then just get the block. And then probably should have blocked it off his head or something like that. But, yeah, just come over, full rotate, and just try to stop him from scoring.
Did you think they might call a foul on that?
I was hoping they weren't. You know what I mean? You never know when your team on the road, so thank God they didn't.
I'm not going to lie. Before including that, I had to go back and check to see if it was challenged by
Milwaukee.
But it wasn't a coach's challenge or anything like that. And Mike Breen was on the national call, and because you spent your first couple years with the Knicks, he knows your game very well, and he was like, Quentin Grimes, a very good defender.
Yeah, that's my guy.
When you blocked that shot. A couple more. This one in a home game. This is your home debut against Toronto, the connection with another new player from the deadline, Jared Butler.
Yeah, it was kind of a tricky one right there. I thought dude was going to check a charge or something like that, but it kind of threw me off balance and just got an easy little and one.
Jared said he played some quarterback in high school. That was a nice pass. You played football. I think he played some receiver and some quarterback. You were a wide receiver?
Yeah.
So that was like perfect football positions there.
Yeah, Texas, you got to play football. Kind of mandatory, really, to play football in Texas, yeah.
How many years did you play?
Oh, just one. In middle school, you have like option either football or PE until basketball season starts. I played football for 1 year. Next year I did, I was like, I'll just do PE. I don't have time for this.
I did see you on the football field when they retired your jersey
at
the high school.
Yeah, they did at the high school.
Best basketball player in region history or whatever it was. I wasn't sure if you played into high school or not, but nice connection with Jared Butler. I have to ask this. I hate to bring it up. Have you, now that your teammates in Philadelphia, talked about the 2021 Final Four game?
Nah, I mean, we talked about it like one time because I think Baylor played Houston like a week ago or something like that, and we won, but I mean, they won the championship. They beat us in the Final Four, so you got to give him his props when it counts for sure.
He was the most outstanding player, Jared Butler, with Baylor in the Final Four. I think you were all like region or something.
Yeah.
Your team, Final Four, nothing to hang your head about with the Houston Cougars. After you had transferred from Kansas, you played for Houston. And was that the bubble year?
Yeah, the bubble year.
So the Final Four with no fans.
No, it was fans. There just wasn't like super full capacity, but they were there a little bit.
What do you take away most from that Final Four run?
I think just how close we got like as a team. 'Cause, you can't do anything but hang out in each other's hotel rooms, just walk around I think it was like a convention center or something like that. So you're just with each other literally 24/7. So we everybody to this day still have a group chat together with that team. We're just super connected for sure.
Now, in these highlights from your first 5-6 games with the team, there's a lot of right-handed dunks. And we're going to get into some of those. Is that your go-to? Oh.
Yeah, try to drive the lane. I mean, if I see an open lane, I'm going to get in there and just try to dunk it.
In the 30-point game from Brooklyn, here's a righty dunk.
Yeah.
Before that, the season-high 30-point game, you and Kelly Oubre with 30 points in the Brooklyn game before the All-Star break. What's different about this play compared to the Raptors drive?
Yeah,
same result.
This one's kind of like 5 guys all out on the perimeter, just the lane just wide open. You kind of just try to take advantage of it, and there's nobody. They have no rim protection, so just drive in, try to make something happen. Luckily, nobody stepped up and just kind of get a easy right-handed dunk.
What was working for you in this game to score 30?
I think just knowing that we didn't have Tyrese, didn't have Joel, so that means, everybody's gonna have a little more opportunity, a little more shots, and just go out there and just, stay aggressive like they've been telling me, and everything will kind of work itself out.
Had to throw in a bonus clip that wasn't just a right-handed dunk. Those are awesome to watch, but this is an alley-oop connection with Tyrese on the steal.
Yeah, I told him I was going to get him back because I think it was the game versus Toronto. He threw me a lob, and I wasn't really expecting it, and then I missed it, the little layup, so I told him I'd get him back, and then luckily we got it back in just 2 games later for sure.
All right, now the main event here is going to be from when you were still a Dallas Maverick against Boston in Dallas. Well, just watch it and react, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, whew. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't give me a text. They actually told me that if it was like 1 second later, I would have got a text. So, props to the ref for not giving me one. But yeah, I got Luke Kornet pretty good on that one. He blocked me twice last night, so I guess we kind of were even now. So, but that was definitely one of the highlights of my career for sure.
He had a great response about the whole thing.
I saw. Good guy for sure.
You said you were kind of looking past him to hype up
the
crowd a little bit, but pat on the butt. I think he might have returned the favor.
Good sportsmanship, good guy for sure. But he got me twice last night, so we're even right now.
Last thing on that is, are you familiar with NBA dunk score?
Yeah, once it came out, I got a lot of tags, a lot of people just sending me that I got the highest dunk score in the league right now. So hopefully nobody takes that over. Hopefully I end the year with the highest dunk score, maybe the dunk of the year. We'll see. So it was definitely something to be proud of. There
are like 25 different criteria that make up.
Yeah, I didn't even know. It was like, what is it, like power?
But you have a 118.2.
Yeah, it was like power, vertical, style or something like that.
Defensive proximity.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was.
Height of the ball.
Yeah, I was okay. This is too much. I think we just do an eye test on it and see which dunk was the best. No, but
that was awesome at the end of January, and we'll see if you can. You have like a comfortable cushion by like 5 points.
Yeah.
On a November dunk. Jalen Green has one of the top ones. I think he's third, but you're number one in dunk score as of late February here. It's the first year of the dunk score.
That was the first year?
I don't know how long they've tested it out for, but this is the first year that you can like see a leaderboard on NBA.com.
Hopefully they send me a trophy or something if I win.
We have to talk about how you play in the NBA and your brother plays in the NHL. So Tyler Myers is Quentin's brother, a 6'8" defenseman from the Vancouver Canucks. So he's taller than you.
Yeah.
And there's also an age difference of about 10 years. So he's been at the NHL grind for a long time, but you guys are the only siblings to ever play in both the NHL and the NBA. How many NHL games have you been to? Did you grow up going to a lot of his games?
I've been to probably maybe probably 5 or 6 or something like that, because they had like the same exact schedule as the NBA. So it was hard like my first couple years in the NBA, and then my high school career kind of takes off with AAU and stuff like that, so it was hard to catch games. But I caught the game last year. They were in the second round of the playoffs, and I think hockey games were probably the best atmosphere-wise for a playoff professional game. It's just so fun to be out there and support him finally after just so many years of not being able to catch a playoff game and stuff like that. So it was definitely one of the funnest experiences for sure.
Did you ever play hockey?
I did. I tried skating one time when we tried to go visit him, and I fell down. I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. So I just leave that to him.
It's almost 3 years since you and your brother played in the same building on the same day, February 27th, 2022. Your mom was in New York for what was a doubleheader. It was Canucks, Rangers, and it was Knicks, Sixers. But what happened?
I got hurt the night before, too. I forget, it was like 2 nights before, something like that. And we weren't able to have the doubleheader where we played. We played in the morning, right, at like 12 or something. I think they played at night. Well, we don't know anymore. So I got hurt. So I think we'll definitely make it up, hopefully, in another time. I think they already made their East Coast trip already. So we'll try to do something later on for sure.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Before you became a New York Knick, I mentioned transferring from Kansas to Houston, and then in the NBA, starting under the bright lights of New York, and then going to the Pistons and Dallas, and now the Sixers. As best you can, how do you reflect on your basketball journey from even high school, but college, and now where the NBA has taken you?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I feel like my first 3 years with the Knicks were really good, learning with Tibbs and playing with a bunch of good players who've been in the league, like Kemba and stuff like that, just having guys to teach the ropes like D Rose and guys like that. And then really playing with Dallas this year, really learning from Luka, Kyrie, Clay. Just learning from the guys, see how much they prepare for each game. They don't change their habits at all. So just taking bits and pieces from the guys that you try to aspire to be like and just try to incorporate what they do and every little thing into my daily regimen a little bit, and I feel like that's helped me a lot this season for sure. And I'm just trying to do the best I can with the new guys here in Philly, learning the offense, learning the habits that they do, offensively, defensively, and just trying to do whatever I can to help this team win games.
What are some things you learned about yourself as an NBA player, like starting out in New York to now?
Just knowing that I'm a pretty tough kid, I would say. You know what I mean? Just being in New York is one of the hardest places to play wise with the fans and media and stuff like that. But they love their city for sure, just like Philly does. So, I mean, just like going out there and just giving myself 110% effort every time I step out there on the court, then everything kind of takes care of itself.
And I'm sure people are familiar, going back to college, like what those Houston teams were like, and defense and rebounding and hustle plays and all. So was that period of time kind of about just finding ways to impact the game outside of scoring? Because it seems like with you, the scoring has always been there your whole life.
Definitely.
So Houston was like a different style.
Coach Sam's just big on, like, I don't care what you do, just give 110% on just defensive end and rebounding. And he kind of lets his guard just do whatever they want offensively. So I feel like having him just kind of hold me accountable every day and not worrying about make or misses kind of helped me translate when I got to the NBA of not worrying about if you're missing shots, because they're going to fall. Eventually it's what you do. So having him just hold me accountable every day made it easier for me once I got to the NBA, really.
Last thing for you. Are you still very superstitious?
Yeah, I'm pretty superstitious. Even if I have like a good game, I wear those shoes for a while, same socks, same routine with what I eat before the game and stuff like that. So once I get a routine and it works, I'm not switching up on it unless I have like a really bad game or something like that.
How long would you go with the same socks?
Same socks is like till I get some holes in them. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I might double up on them or something, but I'm not switching up my socks. Like, that's one thing about it for sure.
When is the last time you've had a sock and shoe streak?
Well, I had to switch because we're here with Philly now, so I had to switch up my whole little thing. But I got a pair of socks I haven't switched yet with the Philly, so I'm gonna keep them going.
So that's been weeks.
Well, they wash them. Don't get me wrong, like they wash them and stuff like that. So it's just like a one-time wear, just wear them for the game, stuff like that. So I'll wear the same socks. Yeah.
Any other consistent things that you've done recently?
Probably just like off court. Nah, not yet, because we were on the road and stuff like that. So I haven't got a chance to really explore Philly like that. We had like 3 games on the road and stuff like that. So hopefully I think we have like 3 or 4 home games. Try to get out and see. It's a little cold right now, but I'll make it work.
Get some espresso maybe when it warms up.
Yeah.
I got a vanilla latte. That's my drink of choice.
Okay.
So we'll check out some spots.
Yeah. I need some recommendations and stuff like that. So we'll see for sure.
All right, Quentin Grimes, thank you so much.
Oh man, thank you.